Fighting on American soil comes to an end. On this day in history, October 19th, 1781, in Yorktown, Virginia, British General Lord Cornwallis surrendered, effectively bringing an end to the American Revolution. General Cornwallis was one of the premier British generals during the American Revolution. He drove General Washington's forces out of New Jersey, and in 1780 won a stunning victory over General Gates' army in South Carolina. His invasion of North Carolina, however, was not successful. In April 1781, he led his battered and worn-down troops into Virginia, where he could maintain lines of communication with the larger British forces in New York City. Settling in Yorktown, the British immediately began fortifying the town and the adjacent land of Gloucester Point across the York River. Understanding that the British were looking to retreat from Yorktown, General George Washington instructed the Marquis de Lafayette, who was already in Virginia with an army of 5,000 men, to block Cornwallis' escape by land. Washington, who was in New York, had an army of 2,500 and was joined by the Count de Rochambeau and the French army of 4,000. Together, Washington and Rochambeau made plans to attack Cornwallis with the assistance of the French fleet. On August 21st, they crossed the Hudson River and started marching south towards Yorktown. After covering 200 miles in 15 days, the Allied forces reached the Chesapeake Bay in early September. By the end of September, and after a failed rescue attempt by the British fleet, Cornwallis was surrounded. During the first 2 weeks of October, the 14,000 Franco-American Allied troops overcame the fortified British position at Yorktown. On October 19th, General Cornwallis, with 7,087 officers and men, 900 seamen, 144 cannons, 15 galleys, 30 transport ships, and 1 frigate, surrendered to the American and French commanders. The battle would continue in other theaters, but would end fighting on land in the American colonies. Peace negotiations began the following year, and 23 months after the Battle of Yorktown in September of 1783, the Treaty of Paris was signed, recognizing the United States as a free and independent nation after 8 years of war.